If you were looking for an image, it was probably deleted, just like my hopes and dreams.
Here lies hopes and dreams. What a baby.
Name something that is special about you.
My brain, I am really smart and I hold knowledge like crazy.
Sure you do. I have an Alienware gaming computer right here. I also have a full tower that I built myself from top-shelf components. What is your point? I am not stupid. I have owned nearly every major console and get pleasure from collecting certain ones. Your comparisons mean nothing and neither do your insults, so why do you insist on trolling? I am merely offering encouragement to people who may be on the fence due to systematic negativity by so-called experts who claim that everybody needs to ride the same bandwagon. Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure my 140 IQ excludes stupidity. I buy what interests me because I have the means, and my 15 feet long. Yo, I am smarter than a lot of people employed to advise the government and 100% more ethical. In this case though, RE medical/science fraternity, I don't presume to be more qualified than them. There are no qualified non-government or corporate persons who do not agree. Sure, I guess. Which is greater, 1 meter or 100 centimeter? I'm guessing you mean which is longer, and that your meter is a unit length, not a measuring device. Since centi means 1 out of 100, neither is longer. Whether the one with more zeros implies more precision or not is possible to say. Whether you realize that you are comparing a unit and a symbol, I cannot tell. At least you have the mandatory space between the number and the unit or symbol. Very virtuous for someone who spells it meter. What you may not realize, and this is not readily understood by many SI aficionados, is what CM stands for. It is really children's measurement. The concept is born out by the cheap plastic rules given to school students who are thought to be unable to cope with the much more useful man's measurements. I'm sorry, I lost it at man's measurements. Fat loss is much greater during exudative when hormone-sensitive lepis is present, not to mention the obvious cutting 300k cows from the maintenance energy will cause a dip on metabolic rate. You just spoke in tongues to 98% of the population of this thread. Just so you know, going to have to relay this message more simplistically to get your message across. I know, bro. Unfortunately, I'm a combination of Spock and Attila the Hun. Big muscles with bigger brain. Obviously, I don't have a lot of friends as I have trouble relating to people, but as a consolation, I do hook up with a lot of hot, trashy strippers. Hey, buddy, real quick, if you were like that, you would know Attila the Hun was a genius. Dude freaking destroyed everything and was never stopped almost. Dune is not for the small-minded. It takes a genius to understand many of the concepts it harbors. It entails politics, cartels, religions, manipulation, oppression, space travel, psychedelics, overwhelming mind power, and functional industrial genetic mutation. It's a good look onto the ruling class as well as the working class. The complexity and the nuisances make the book amazing. However, that also makes translating it into a film difficult, if not impossible. Again, Dune is not for shallow-minded or impatient. I like the big sandworm. It goes chunt, 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 is what this man thinks most people reading or watching the book. Reading the book or watching the movie think. Why can I get the EN wordy thingy on my second attempt and the PT term.00 takes me at least 3 or 4? I'm curious, what is the linguistic theatrical explanation for that? Wordle 211, 2 out of 6. Theoretical, sorry. I'm bad at words. I never said I was a genius. Men is the plural form of man, but putting an A before the word, you made a statement that would apply to the singular use of the word. You are less intelligent, therefore you are inferior, and your opinion doesn't matter. My neuropsychology report says that my ability to estimate the length of 1 minute is in the low average, or in other words, my brain works so fast that everything else is in slow motion. Good for you, buddy. You live it in the wanted effect from the movie. Why do you watch only mainstream American low IQ movies? You should try some real art house films. I'm a cinephile, so you know. I've seen the Harry Potter movies. I really am insanely intelligent. This is a fever dream. People are jealous of me because I really am special. Not many people are like me. That's what my therapist keeps trying to tell me. You need to see a new therapist. They're just making you a sociopath. I wouldn't say it's a marker of immaturity. There are more apt markers of lifespan development than someone's hobbies and interests. Celebrity culture is a base interest. Chimps and gorillas are fascinated by social stunts. It's not strange that humans are too. I'm so glad you have 7 downvotes. What a bunch of clowns pointing things out. God, I hate people sometimes. Only a true genius like me can understand the true meaning of this video. How did you get 32 likes? I'm a professional who has more education accolades than 95% of people you know. Does that make me smart? No. It means I can think critically, and that is a lost art in the 5-second attention spans that most people live in. And oh my god, TikTok's bad. Death Note Review. A unique storyline with high IQ characters that do high IQ moves made for smart people. Dumb people will get a headache probably. No, Death Note's pretty easy to understand. Even my dumb butt did. I don't think you know how a human body works. Edit. Downvoted because of a justified statement. Leeches don't just suck the old blood out. Your mouth-breathing troglodytes.
When Superman came to Earth and was adjusting to the Earth's atmosphere, he used to struggle a lot. He couldn't breathe, he could see inside you, and hear voices other people couldn't. Same with me, my body struggled to handle my brain because it was meant for lesser minds. But then my body adapted. My weak physical stature ensures my intellectual stature stands tall.
Okay, Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. I am far more smarter than I'm given credit for. Never underestimate me at all. There's a reason you're single there, buddy. As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as the space-time continuum, hence there's nothing to be broken. Space-time cannot exist as a measure of space and time because space is an empty void that doesn't even have virtual particles, and time is the temporal interval between events. I'm anti-work because I'm pro-intelligence. Humans were meant for more than staring at a computer screen for 8 hours a day. Sorry you are anti-intelligent, but your shortcomings are not mine. Enjoy your limited mental capacity for the blessing I'm sure that you assume it to be. Goodbye! What's the difference between i9 and i7? A silly question to ask. The variance between the worst and best of i7s and i9s is so large that you can't compare the entire generation of chips. Kinda like asking differences between two gens of cars, but not being a car person, so not being able to understand non-aesthetic features. Like the only thing I could tell you that you'd understand is i9 better than i7, but you already know that. So you're asking a question you won't be able to understand the answer to. You could just say, hey, i9 runs a little bit faster, so get that one if you have the budget for it. There you go. There you go, bud. That's what my dude did for me when I was buying a computer. There is a well-thought-out reply that not only shows intelligence and grace, but also highlights the wonderful DBD community. Bravo, sir. I didn't think anyone could encapsulate all the worst things about the internet in one comment, but you did. Brevity is the soul of wit. Say the people with lack of vocabulary intellect. William Shakespeare has a lack of vocabulary and intellect. You sure this is the hill you want to die on? If the shoe fit, what are you talking about? The fact that she continued lying after the head teacher specifically said there is a camera and there is a camera there is crazy. That's what poor/uneducated people do. It's part of their culture. Lying is so heavily integrated in how they live that even when it's obvious it's a lie, they just double down on it. You see it on Police Interceptors type shows all the time. Problem is they don't know they are thick. They think their cerebral state is normal. Cerebral, sorry. They don't know that most people have the ability for reasoning and critical thinking. I wouldn't say most people have the reasoning of critical thinking. A lot of people do dumb things, including myself. Gosh, I have to look up all these lame words on Urban Dictionary like the word at 18. Gosh, those words are so stupid, made up. Gen Z is so uncreative at their BS. No wonder why they're all depressed and don't know what the hell is going on in the world, because they choose to be that way. And you only got 2 likes on the internet, so haha, I have more internet points than you. Not a single person knows the amount of discomfort while completing the human cellular manipulation of connective tissue through the cardiac membrane of the myofascial 1 centimeter thick tissue that is cored in the vagus nerve and is the leading cause of coronary infractions among the American population. Fact check me if you can. Oh my god, stop with the big words. No one cares. Finally, someone has spoken up. There are so many uneducated people with sheep-like mindsets. As a researcher myself, it aggravates me to see that quote become normalized and regarded as basic knowledge. Thank you for this. Made my day when you drilled it into their small brains. Why do people tweet their Wordle stuff? Does the game force you to promote it on social media for extra ports or something? I don't know. Some people mistakenly think it's an accomplishment to achieve the solution in a few answers, not realizing there is a strong element of luck based on how close the word you completely guess or turn 1 or 2 resembles the solution. You're looking too hard into it, lol. Nah, I'm just very, very good at games in which you unscramble letters. My fiance and I realized as soon as his scores were near or something better than mine. It had to involve a lot of luck. Very few people can beat me at games like Scrabble, also Potluck, Boggle, etc. Okay then, Peggy Hill. All the most stupid people I've ever encountered has been on this platform. I really don't meet that many idiots in my country, though. I tend to surround myself with intellectuals in real life, so I'm always blown away with how stupid the vast majority of people online can be. Just based off a quick review of your posts, I know you don't have much going on in that skull of yours. Please keep enjoying quote-unquote drag racing. And by the way, do you have any degrees by chance in, say, in any STEM fields? Yep, I know you don't, bud. Keep talking about who is smarter than who here when you clearly have said nothing of value this entire time. But at the end of this, you'll feel mighty good about yourself, like you really accomplished something, but you really didn't. Well, you accomplished getting a downvote, so congrats! Did this guy say he was driving a BMW truck? That was my reaction to LMAO. It's funny because Beamer isn't even correct. That's the nickname for the bikes. Technically, the cars are referred to as Bimmers, but that does not cover the SUVs, which are in fact not trucks. Edit LMAO the downvote. Sorry for the knowledge, you bunch of biscuits. Edit 2, you Muppets fail to understand that what everyone says and what are correct, in fact, two different things. But I hardly expect much more from this coward. Damn, that's a lot of downvotes. My potential to be smarter than those my age. Yes, my fellow schoolmates now, like 6 years later, are either as smart as me or just plain stupid. One girl I know tried to pull the "we were young and stupid" line when I brought up that she told me to kill my in 5th grade. How much dumber can you get? Well, as it appears as of now, a lot. My school is populated by narcissistic idiots, including myself. I'm talking about myself on the internet. Humans are savage beasts that sort of stumbled upon mathematics. We still act like animals. We're just really freaking smart animals, but not smart enough to move past our animalistic instincts, and for that reason, we are doomed. And for the reason that you're a narcissist who likes to feel smart on the internet, you have no likes and no comments. I just got done with about an hour and a half nap. Before that, I read for 8 hours. This is why I'm smarter than just about everyone around me, because you all like this garbage. I watched Black Lotus this week. That was the first time I turned on my TV last week. It'll be the first time I turn on this week for the same program next week. Moral of the story, manage what you consume, or what you consume will consume you. And technology is scary and bad. I'm just having a regular conversation in my third language, no less, and you think I'm trying to sound smart? Oh, you poor thing. You just really made yourself look a little dumb there. That wasn't me. You did that all by yourself. Should I perchance enhance my vernacular? Appropriate my verbiage? Jesus Christ, bud, go read a book. As for who I am as a person, well, luckily for me, that's not up to you, and reality continues to parade me around and give me laurels and accolades for my actions at every turn. That probably upsets you greatly, but as Republicans would say, life ain't fair. You're right, life isn't fair, but that doesn't mean you have to go on the internet acting like a jerk, dude. The comedy of my streaming career is that I've always been 100% correct in every debate, but my opponents and their audiences are literally, this is not a joke by the way, too stupid to understand what I say, literally way more hilarious than any of the crap I tweet. I'm curious if this person's famous. I feel like it's Logan or Jake Paul. The internet has allowed the stupid to organize. We, the smart, kind of shot ourselves in the foot. We made technology so easy to use that now the dummies are turning it against us. Back in the day, you had to be at least slightly tech-savvy to run a blog. Now, any idiot has Facebook. So now the dummies are forming into a 7 billion strong swarm of stupidity that is killing our planet and species. And we, the smart, unfortunately, have morality too advanced to allow us to purge the unintelligent from the species. This is why our species is fricked. I don't know what to say, except I'm sick of people acting and pretending to be smart on the internet. I'm dumb, I know I'm done. Move on, dude. No one cares. Trying to be more positive, but recently I was on a long plane ride and almost every normal-looking adult was watching like Black Widow or Jungle Cruise as their in-flight entertainment. Baby food culture. They weren't watching with their kids, they were watching it very specifically alone and for themselves. A 40-year-old watching Jungle Cruise or Cruella, this used to be considered embarrassing. If I, on a plane, I was forced to either endure your feature film or sit next to you while you whined about what other people were watching, I'd start fire in the lavatory so the air marshals would arrest me, so I wouldn't have to sit next to you. You must be fun at parties. You must be an insipid mouth breather rehearsing the same tired cliches at parties. r/I am very smart. If you read a book occasionally, you wouldn't find 3-syllable words so intimidating. Yup, you figured it out. Your advanced vocabulary intimidates me. LOL. A most excellent read. I highly recommend this for the— oh my god, you with your big— forget it. Nope. I'm not reading this garbage of this person. Now playing and winning Wordle in 4 languages. How are you commoners doing? Not playing Wordle, cause I don't care. This is the wording of an entire email without their name that I received earlier this afternoon from one of the 190 students in my class. I'm in awe thinking about the incredible self-control I've exercised not responding. There should be an award. Dear ma'am, I studied for the test but only achieved 62%. If it goes at this rate, I can't get an A. Please normalize curve the grades. My IQ is 145. Oh my god. I don't know who to be more angry at, the person who sent this email or the person who posted it online. Manna from heaven is a biblical concept and is different from manna. Excuse me, but gamer culture supersedes a fake religion. Where only like one of my classmates is actually a Christian, I am an atheist because of my high IQ and intelligence. Oh. There are more gamers today than there are Christians, so manna is the correct. And you got a downvote, so you're wrong. New cat. Wow, that cat is quite hairstute. Hairstute? I take it you are not familiar with the word. It comes from the Latin hairstute, a shaggy hair. I'm not like all the other dimwits who have a knee-jerk "Zong, that is a cute kitty" reaction. I see that cat and my first thought is to comment on its appearance, but not in the way the ignorami do. And then I realized there would be an excellent teaching opportunity. Thanks to me, you now know the meaning of an obscure word, and you can use it in your day-to-day life as you wish. I'm never gonna use that word in my life, bro. Cat is cute. There you go. Describes the cute little kitty. A kid I used to go to school with who always brags about his high IQ. That moment when you're bored so you frickin' learn the entire periodic table. Oh my god. Ugh.